And now, the game. Number 1 between the teams Lunishko going up versus Team Known Sniper. Once again, it is gonna be the map Adaptive Azurean Isles. So, the AI is gonna be the it's gonna be RNG AI running at 1.1, I think, it's 1.3 cheat coefficient and 1.0 build one. So yeah, they're gonna have a very good economy, but when it comes to building the units, they are not gonna be that much faster. So the AIs are gonna be Christopher playing Aeon, and the other one is gonna be Shen playing Seraphim. On the other side of the map, it is gonna be Sef Ushavok playing Seraphim, and the other one gonna be Miss Angel playing Aeon. So, for the players, on the counter AI slot, we're gonna have Team Captain Lunishko playing Cybran, and we can already see him going to build the hydrocarbon power generator, and then he will most likely go towards the RNG AI up there. And yeah, thanks you for actually saying which are the proper setups for the AI, Hilashi. Cause honestly, with so many settings, I tend to forget them as they change from map to map. But yeah, going back to the game, on the air slot, we're gonna have Limes playing Aeon in the bloody red. His teammate on the naval slot is gonna be Svatosław playing Aeon, going for that really good T2 Aeon destroyers. And then last but not least, for the Team Lunishko, it is gonna be Skrat playing UEF in the bottom left corner. Their opponents on the anti-AI slot, it is gonna be the Known Sniper, also known as Farmsletje, going for Seraphim. Which honestly is very good to see. Because Seraphim forces, when you actually go and grab the T2 destroyers, you're gonna have a very good time playing versus the AI. As the Sera destroyers with their beam weaponry are quite good at killing T1 chaff like Auroras, Phobos and stuff, so yeah, very good choice here from Farmsletje. And then, we're gonna have on the air slot FTX Commando, because that's the only thing he actually keeps playing. Obviously, playing Aeon, because everyone on air slot always plays Aeon. Then, we're gonna have the Meme Commander himself playing Seraphim in Cyan Core. And last but not least, it is gonna be Natron playing in UEF on the top right corner. Interestingly enough, he's gonna go and start the game by building a T1 Scorcher. Which is, well, something pretty interesting, and it seems like he's going for the expanding engineers from Lunishko. So I wonder if he will even actually catch one of them, considering it's gonna be most likely the ACU who's gonna go for the reclaim and other stuff here. And it seems like there's gonna be a same response happening from the other side, as Skrat is also gonna go and start the game with a single T1 bomber. But this time going to the middle, as he's most likely gonna be hunting down the engineers, which are gonna get dropped down here in this position by FTX Commando. And yes, look at this. There is a chariot coming down to go and drop the engineers to this island. And it seems like the mid lane is gonna be taken by Svatosław with his fast drop, not contested by his opponent Derp. Okay, interceptors trying to go and shut down the transport. As the bomber is going somewhere else, it seems like instead of going for the expanding engineers from FTX Commando, he is gonna go and try to set back the Farmsletje here to go and... oh, that might be juicy. If those engineers don't move, this is gonna be a multi-kill. Bombs are dropped, engineers are trying to go and dodge. Okay, one of them gonna die, and one of them gonna be dropped to low HP on only 22 HP remaining. But it seems like there is no response from the teammates, as only there is a single interceptor from Farms trying to go and shot down the bomber. But the bomber is still alive, and the T1 power generators are gonna be the next target, it seems. As this is proving to be quite brutal. Thankfully, T1 MAA is out, and as such, the bomber is only gonna go and grab a few engineer kills and nothing more. Now it seems like there is also gonna going a drop from Derp, but it's going Where is it going? And the big problem is that even if it drops, there is another bomber from Skrat just waiting here for some kind of victim to go and pop up. Okay, bomber is up in the air, and soon enough there are bombs gonna be getting dropped on the heads of those little engineers. No, never mind. Okay, he is just making a very big and wide turn, and T1 anti-air defense is gonna be the first thing that's actually gonna get built. Interesting choice indeed. But here comes the interceptors from the all teams, as both Natron and Derp are trying to go and shut down the enemy bombers. And unfortunately for them, it seems like the Team Skrat is here with their own interceptors to go and kill them down. The T1 bomber might get shot down, but still, the air control in this game is now gonna belong to the team left side. The Team Red. That is the Team Lunishko. And it seems like even though Farmsletje was the one taking a lot of damage here from the bombers in the beginning, he's actually quite ahead on the tempo when it comes to killing off all of the enemy RNG units in here, and already you can see he have a quite considerable foothold here. Already pumping out T1 spam, and with 41 factories available compared to his opponent, which is Banani, who only have 2 factories. Okay, never mind, this is 3 factories. It was just like, yeah, I guess the level of detail it can be quite iffy on this map. Because yeah, when we zoom out it seems like there's only 2 factories available, but yeah, there is one here that's just kinda popping in and popping out. But yeah, it also seems like Farmsletje is also way more aggressive, as he is nearly done killing the Christopher AI. As the Aeon player is dropping lower and lower, only half HP remaining, meaning that no sniper is gonna be the first one to go and get the ACU kill under his belt. At the same time, it seems like Skrat is gonna go and start pushing from the other side, with his ACU starting to build a foothold for himself. Same thing happening on the top side, as we can see that Natron is also doing the same moves as his contemporary. And when it looks at the naval state of the game, it seems like the team Farmsletje is actually quite ahead. A gun upgrade being started by the enemy ACU, as Christopher AI is unfortunately gonna be the first one to go and die, as known sniper is gonna go and get the first kill of the game. And oh boy, that's blindingly wide. Sorry for that, everyone. But yeah, this base here is gonna be no more at this point. So well, Farmsletje really setting up the tempo of the game. Especially as on the other side of the map, we can see that the RNG Sef Ushavok and Angel are actually gonna be capable of grabbing their own gun upgrades, meaning that the ACU from Lunishko is gonna have a very hard time dealing with them compared to what was happening on the bottom part of the map, so yeah. This is gonna be interesting to see how are they gonna deal with this. On the mid lane island, we have Svatosov and Derp exchanging shots. But unfortunately for Derp, Svatosov seems to have grabbed the double gun upgrade. No, never mind, this is on the speed upgrade, meaning he have double the DPS, but the same range as the enemy ACU. But the big problem is the Auroras. They outrange the ACU and units belonging to Derp, meaning he is most likely 100% sure to lose the control over the mid lane. So he will either go for the ACU combo, or he will have to go and dip to the water and just run away. And run away he will. And yeah, let's see how is Lunishko doing versus the enemy ACUs. Okay, it seems like Angel AI with the double gun upgrade is gonna still keep playing around here. Although, with the gun upgrade on Lunishko, I don't think he's gonna go and run away, as the range upgrade is gonna prove just good enough to go and keep him in range. Only 700 HP available, and yeah, that gun is not gonna finish anytime soon, as Lunishko grabs the second kill of the game versus the Angel RNG AI. Now, the question is, what is Mr. Sef Ushavoch gonna do about it? Because now he is the one with the control over this position here, but he have other problems, as Natron is also pushing in deeper and deeper with his ACU and units. Let's see what's gonna happen in here. Oh, that's kinda nasty if you ask me. If nothing stopped this, it seems like the mexes belonging to FTX Commando are gonna come under fire soon enough. Let's see what's happening here. Okay, Lashen is the next one to most likely go and bite the dust, but at the same time, he is capable of going for the draw versus the ACU belonging to known sniper. So yeah, we can see Farmsletje trying to run away and basically using Shift G to block the enemy ACU from chasing him, which is a very, very good choice. At the same time, we have FTX Commando coming with his own ACU to go and join the fight, and to basically go and finish off this ACU alone. So, looking at the amount of units available, it seems like it won't be even needed, as the Tams and Phobos from known sniper are gonna go and seal the deal. At the same time, it seems while this ACU is being killed, there is a big push happening on the top side of the map, where, nope, never mind, it's not gonna happen. Mr. Natron is gonna go and fall back after seeing the enemy T2 destroyers come in. And oh no, the RNG AI might actually run away with just enough HP. No, he doesn't get the veterancy upgrade, as he is the third one to go and bite the bullet. So now the question is, what are they gonna go and do? They have double the ACUs available on this side of the map. With the units, with the whole fleet of submarines and frigates, they can clean this up, and who knows, later on, they can push in here versus Skrat, who is now alone on this part of the map. Now, Lunishko, that is also known as Banani, is taking over the base which once belonged to Angel on the top side. And the question is, how is this game actually gonna go and end up? Some T2 Maxes are actually dying, as both FTX Commando and Mr. Meme Commander managed to go and, well, sneak in a few of the frigates through the middle of the map, and now they're just getting the free damage done as the T2 Maxes are coming under fire. What else is happening? Okay, it seems like Limes is gonna try to respond in some kind towards that raids. Middle control firmly in the hands of the Svatosław. Okay, it seems like Natron have the answer to the enemy T2 destroyers. That is gonna be the Valiant class, which is gonna be going up versus the enemy Salems in the top left corner. But seeing just how much units are available for Banani, I don't think that Natron is gonna be capable of dealing any kind of damage here for now. Nope, never mind. There is more Valiant class destroyers coming to join here. So yeah, honestly, it seems like the both teams are pretty even when it comes to the map control, economy and everything, so yeah. I guess the deal breaker is gonna be whoever can grab control over this part of the map or the top side of the map here. Because that's gonna mean a big reclaim field and also a lot of mexes being available to be built. So yeah, let's see how they approach it. But for now it seems like both teams are going for the slow and steady approach of just trying to use the T2 Navy, the cruisers and the destroyers to basically clean up the remnants of the RNG forces. I don't think this is a good push, as there is still 3 Salem class destroyers available for Banani and only 2 Valiant class for Natron, so yeah. They should just take the free farm versus the enemy Beacon class frigates in the middle and call it a day. As pushing versus Banani is most likely not gonna work out, as we can see even more Salems and Siren class cruisers coming towards the top part of the map. So Natron is, yep, he is forced to go back and actually regroup. Wait, what happened here? Was there a drop or something, as we can see that Farmsletje just lost 3 of his T2 maxes? Not sure what happened in here, but yeah, was there some kind of... No, he actually lost 4 T2 maxes. Was there some kind of a drop happening? Or was it just... Yeah, I think this was just some kind of... T2 air units going for a snipe on that. And yep, the last ACU have just exploded as Banani cleared out all of the RNG players. Meaning that all of this mass in here in the middle, 30,000, is gonna be fought over by both Natron and Lunishko. And the same can be said about all of this mass here on the bottom part. Well, although actually there is much less here available, only 15,000. As it seems like Farmsletje is already gonna go and start running the cleanup program by using the Vish air transport to go and drop a few T1 engineers straight on the middle of the wrecks in here. Okay, a small fight happening between the units belonging to Farms and Skrat, as fleets of both players are coming closer and closer. Let's see what's happening on the top side, where it seems like Natron is actually getting pushed back by the enemies, as he simply doesn't have enough destroyers available to just go and push in versus the Exodus and Salem clan destroyer. As we all know, Valiant, while being pretty good in close quarter combats, is unfortunately gonna absolutely fumble when it comes to long range fights, as it simply doesn't have enough range to go and contest the Salems or Exodus class destroyers. Only 60 clicks of range compared to 75 and 80 on the opponents. So this might be it. If the push comes to shove, the team Banani is most likely gonna go and win the top flank. All they have to do is just commit together. Like, give the units to one of the players and have one player micro buff on them at the same time. So we can actually properly coordinate this push. As yes, Mr. Dead gonna start building some Yenzin tanks, the T2 hover tanks, to go and support Mr. Natron in the top side. But I don't think this is gonna work out. You need ships, and you need a lot of them, as the Yenzins are dropping down like flies one after another, getting shot down and sinking to the bottom of the sea. At the same time, it seems like there is a push from Farms happening in the left flank, as they are trying to go and destroy the T2 naval factory belonging to Svatosław. Okay, the units from Skrat are here to try to go and intercept them, but it seems like the numbers are just not here, as Farmsletje have just so much more units available, and also he's playing two sides at the same time, as we can see the frigates posturing dangerously and, well, basically making sure that they can go and push into the build power of Skrat, while the destroyers are trying to go and harass Svatosław at the same time. So yes, Skrat is basically have to go and look at 2 points of the map at the same time, as there is torpedo bombers coming out from FAF Commando to go and actually try to help out with the terrible situation on the top part of the map, where Natron is, well, getting absolutely wrecked. Like, look at the number of destroyers, the Salem class and Siren class being available to Lunishko, compared to the amount of Valiant class destroyers available for Natron. It is not gonna work out. We even have some move orders showing up for Svatosław to go and push in versus the naval factories of Natron to just go and get him out of the game. Another bombing run from FAF Commando. It seems like one of the cruisers is gonna go and fall down and get shot down, and now with no support available from the cruiser class, it seems like the torpedo bombers can just go in and finish off whatever the hell are the remnants of the forces belonging to the fleet of Mr. Svatosław. No, never mind. He is gonna go and try to torp bomb the cruiser belonging to Lunishko on the top side, and with the cruiser gone, it seems like it is time to go and leverage the air control of the topside team to go and use torpedo bombers to go and kill as many destroyers as possible for the team Banani. Because the moment Team FAF Commando can actually go and secure this position, he is gonna have so much mass available, 15,000 reclaim. But the problem is, the Cybran Navy, even when they don't have the cruisers available, those little quad plinky guns are still gonna be quite dangerous to go and deal with. As we can see, the torpedo bombers, even though they are being built one after another, they are still not enough to go and crush the Salem class destroyers. And with the more cruisers coming here to go and support them, I'm afraid to go and say that this base belonging to Natron is gonna be destroyed in the next few seconds. As Derp is still trying to go and support him with his own destroyers. The Ushavok class destroyers from the Seraphim, but they're also falling one after another. We can see them sinking down as their HP pools are being depleted in a very worryingly manner for the team Farmsletje. At the same time, it seems like there is a push happening on the other side, where Farmsletje have been basically forced to go and hide all of his destroyers underwater, as the Valiant class push from Mr. Skrat with the help of Exodus class from Svatosław is making a good map control gains on the bottom part. But now it seems like it's time for the counterattack. The destroyers are gonna resurface, and now, supported by a bunch of frigates belonging to farms, they are gonna go for a counterattack. Let's see. Okay, it seems like the map is still split quite evenly, with the AI islands, which once belonged to RNG players, are in the hands of both Farmsletje and Lunishko. But yeah, the problem is the situation on the top side, where Derp and Natron are just getting forced back one after another, ship after ship. They are just losing ground. And it seems like there is nothing that the team Farms can do about that. Okay, never mind. Never mind, here comes the torpedo bombers. And there is actually quite a lot of them being available. Nearly 40 of them ready to go and rumble. As they are now gonna go for this fleet belonging to Banani. And let's see if this is gonna work out or not. At the same time, it seems like Farmsletje is gonna be unable to go and do anything about the naval forces belonging to Skrat and Svatosław on the bottom part. Okay, bombers are out. They are going for the last bombing run. Gonna go first for the enemy cruisers and other ships to go and make sure that the AA is not gonna be here. ASF forces from Mr. Limes are finally coming in here to go and shut them down. And now it seems like we're gonna have an airfight happening. As FTX Commando is gonna go for the swing. He is gonna take the brute force of the assault. But the problem is, he is fighting not only over the enemy cruisers, there is also interceptors and other units coming in here from Banani, meaning that the air fight is firmly lost as nearly all of the ASF have been killed off. And GG is coming out after this lost air fight. It seems like this was basically a last-ditch effort to go and see if they can go and try to reclaim control over the top side of the map. And honestly, with all the torpedo bombers being dead, and this big army of ships destroying all the build capacity of the team FTX Commando, this just had no way to go and actually go the other way. And when we look at the bottom part of the map, it's the same story. Only a few destroyers available for farms. Meanwhile, the opposing team Banani is pushing like mad. Look at this Valiant class destroyers and everything else. The Exodus, yep, they are just outnumbered and outsmarted. There was nothing they could do about it. So yep, let's go for the game number 2 between those teams. And GG to Team Banani for taking the first game of the round.